Ariel should be a white redhead. This is bull. People are trying to use science to explain why Black actress and musician Halle Bailey should not be able to play Ariel in The Little Mermaid. And by people, I mean racists. Racists are trying to use science to say that there cannot be a Black Ariel. Hey, I'm Philly. Welcome back to my page. And for everyone that's new here, welcome to you too. Either way, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be notified of all the new content on the page. I would just like to preface this conversation by saying I don't usually partake in mermaid science, but these headlines are just getting out of control. So let's take a look at a few of these tweets. I had to wade through a lot of racist water, so just pray for me, y'all. This is not racist. I'm fine with some story twists, but changing the main character portrait, that is too much, Disney. I get that BLM thingy, BTW. Halle Bailey will never be my Ariel. However, she'll be someone else's version. Ariel must be a cute girl with white skin and red hair, singing sweet and crisp. Refuse her to become Black. If Ariel can turn into black skin, then I am equally qualified to ask Tiana to turn yellow skin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it physically impossible for Ariel to be Black? She lives underwater. How could the sun get to her for her to produce melanin? Nobody thought this through? Side note, it doesn't make sense that Ariel is Black. There's not much sunlight at the bottom of the sea, so mermaids wouldn't have to evolve darker skin. Ariel should be pale and white with translucent skin and slimy. I think these tweets are ridiculous, and it makes me believe that some of you Twitter users don't understand science, and it shows. First, let's talk about the ocean. The ocean is deep, like deep, deep. It's on average about 2.3 miles deep. That's around 12,000 feet. The deepest part of the ocean is 6.8 miles, or 36,000 feet deep. Those are just numbers, so what does that even really mean? Well, the deepest that a human has ever dived is 1,000 feet. It took him 12 minutes to get down there, and it took him 15 hours to get back up. That's because the pressure is so great at that depth, you have to go very slow ascending back to the top, because if you don't, you could get ill from decompression sickness or from nitrogen narcosis. Since we're gonna say that Ariel is half human, half fish, let's set the lower limit to how deep she can go to be 1,000 feet. Next, how deep can sunlight penetrate? The ocean is divided into 3 different zones based upon depth and light level. From sea level to about 200 meters or 656 feet is the sunlight zone. This is the largest area where the sun has an effect. From 200 meters to 1,000 meters or about 3,280 feet is the twilight zone. It's possible that under the right conditions that sunlight can penetrate to this zone, but it's highly unlikely. Usually sunlight dissipates at a rapid rate as you go deeper into the twilight zone. The next zone is from 1,000 meters until you reach the bottom of the ocean, which is about 3,600 meters or 12,000 feet. There is no sunlight in this zone, but we already established that the lower limit of how far our half fish, half human mythical creature can go is 1,000 feet. So most likely Ariel is living in the twilight zone. Let's take a look at some animals that live in the twilight zone. And I want you to know that I was really scared to Google these pictures because I think things that live in the ocean are truly terrifying. But here we go. This terrifying fish is the anglerfish. This thing with far too many legs is a squidworm. This is an Atoya jellyfish. Way more scary than just a regular jellyfish. Do you see anything in this picture? Surprise! That thing at the bottom is an angel shark. And that's just what we know by chance. Like I said, scientists can't really get down there to observe things, and you can't really bring up animals from that depth because they'll die without their extreme pressure. So next, let's talk about melanin. Do you really understand how melanin works? So the tweets that I've been reading have this idea that, the melanin is activated by the sun. I guess like babies are all born white, and then if you stay out in the sun too long, that's how you become Black. That's not right at all. That's not how it works. It's actually quite complicated discussing the link between ethnicity and ancestry and DNA, and if there's even a link at all. So I really wanted to specifically discuss the ways in which the tweets are wrong. So here's a tweet that's been gaining a lot of traction. Mermaids live in ocean. Underwater equals limited sunlight. Limited sunlight equals less melanin. Less melanin equals lighter skin color because they live underwater, which has no access to light beyond a certain depth. Ariel and every other mermaid in existence would be an albino. So the tweet reads that there's not enough sunlight that gets down to Ariel's level, so she couldn't be black because her melanin isn't being activated. And no, just no. You're actually born with your genetic makeup determining how dark or how fair your skin's going to be. It has absolutely nothing to do with your exposure to sunlight. And the number one reason why Ariel can be played by a black actress is because it is freaking made up. It's literally fiction. It's a fairy tale. There are no such thing as mermaids in the first place. There are no sea witches. There are no sea witches that are tricking mermaids into giving up their voices in exchange for legs. There probably are men that prefer women that never speak, but that is the most realistic thing about this entire fairy tale. Honestly, the first thing I thought about was, well, I would like to see her hair red. And then I saw pictures like this, and I saw artist renditions, and honestly, I think it's gonna be lit. I can't wait to see it. So y'all need to leave that little girl alone, put your racism to the side, and let a black woman play Ariel. It's not gonna be the end of the world. That's all I have for you this week. Make sure you tune in next Friday and every Friday to get your fix. Have a great weekend.